This is part 4 of a 4-part series on using CorelDRAW's imposition, layout, and print merge. This assumes you have the basics down. If you don't, go back and look at the previous parts in this series. But what we're really trying to show here is using CorelDRAW's ability to automatically condense strings of text that are too long for the area we have available. We're going to try to work backwards here and show you how it will work after it's done, and then we'll attempt to show you how we did it. This is our layout. I'm going to open an Excel file. And this assumes you know how to create that, but this is the data we want to put into that name tag. To review, we must always have the first record showing the field headers. So I've got name, city, supervisor, and tenure. We don't need supervisor, but these 3 fields we will put into this name tag. But notice some of these are way too long for the area we have. That's the purpose of this project. So let's go back here. At this point, we're going to go to Print Merge, File, Print Merge, Create Load Merge Fields. In this case, I'm going to import text from a file or an ODBC data source. Let's go to Next. And do I have a file or a data source? I'm going to use that Excel file directly. So I'll tell it ODBC data source. Select it. And which machine data or which database data source do I have on this PC? Excel. And OK that. Where is that Excel file? I have it right here. OK. And this is the sheet that has the data. And here's my name, city, supervisor, tenure. OK. And next. And next, and here's the data already in CorelDRAW. So we'll tell it next, and finally finish. And in this case, we have already inserted all of these. Here's the name, city, and tenure, already inserted, so we don't need to do anything there. That was saved in the file that way. So all we need to do is merge to new document. And now we have a new document called Print Merge 1, and it has the data brought into this file. And here are the different pages down at the bottom. I can click on these and go through here. Instead, I'm going to press page down and step through there. But there, do you notice it's condensed down to fit on the greatly condensed. That's probably the longest of all. Yeah, that one's even longer on the name. So do you see CorelDRAW is automatically condensing that in each field, and we can go on through here. But it is not condensing it unless it needs to be condensed. So they are all fitting into the space provided. So now let's assume this is destined to go to our laser engraver. So we'll click on Print. No, I didn't mean print. We'd be better off to go to File and Print Preview. And in Print Preview, we'd go to our imposition layout and select an imposition layout previously prepared, maybe 4 by 12. That's 4 across and 12 up and down. And let's have it show us that. Maybe we'll zoom in on a portion of that. And that's what we have. So this is ready. We're ready to click on our printer icon and engrave those 16 badges, all automatically condensed, guaranteed to fit within the space available. But now, how did we get there? Let's go back to our Print Merge 1 document. That's the document with 16 pages that CorelDRAW automatically generated when we merge to a new document. We're going to shut that document down. That should take us back to our original file. And now let me show you why it condensed those names. I'm going to double click on the name, and there's the answer to the question. Do you see this envelope? I put an envelope on each one of these fields, which tells CorelDRAW don't let longer data get outside of that. If data is longer than that envelope, condense that down to where it'll fit inside the envelope. So, how do we do that? I'm going to open up one other file and explain how we do that. This is exactly the same file, except the envelope has not been applied. Notice a moment ago I double-clicked on this and it showed me the envelope. And now when I double-click on it, it just treats it like regular inserted text. So I'm going to put an envelope on it, but before I do that, I need to define how much room I have. So what we typically do is go to our text tool and go to the right side of the line, not the left. I don't know why, but it needs to be on the right side, and put in some sort of a character that has descenders. Maybe a J or Y, something that has descenders. But really, this is what I use. I use the bar, or sometimes called the pipe. That's the shifted straight line, normally right above the Enter key. And I'm putting those in. Notice it has the area down there in the descenders. That's important because if we don't do that, and some lines have descenders, then in addition to condensing it in the horizontal direction, it will condense it or chop it off in the vertical direction. So I use this pipe, and you'll see in a moment a couple other reasons I like to use that. And let's go down to City, and I'm going to put that same character down there, just fill up the area I have available, go right out to the extents. And on tenure, I really don't have any more room. That's my placeholder there, completely fills that up. So now I'm going to select line 1, go to Effects, Envelope. I'm going to be sure I have putty selected. Not really sure that's necessary, but it's the one I always use. And then we're going to tell it to add new. Notice I have line 1 selected. Add new, and I must apply it. I must do both. I must add new and apply it. Now do you see that envelope applied there? Let's select this line. It looks like an envelope is already there. Caution though, you must add new and apply. And here, let's add new and apply. Very often, I would have 3 or more fields, all with each funny characters in them. Now I need to get rid of them. and I'll show you another reason I use this character. How do I get rid of those? Well, the easiest way is just go to Edit and Find and Replace. Replace text. Anytime we see that bar, replace it. So I'll tell it to replace all, and it's complete. So that's a real quick way to get rid of all the garbage, which if I didn't get rid of it, of course, it would be included in our print merge. So now let's see how that looks. We should be set. We'll one more time go to our print merge and tell it to merge to a new document. And we're right back where we started with all of our data automatically condensed. That's how it works. Project complete.